Where do we pick up?
Okay, so we pick up in the school, right where we left off. We saw Louis, who plays Nick, pull up, and he didn't seem too good. So yeah, there's a bit of a intense, I guess, lockdown situation that happens, and it's been on. We see it in the previews. It's been on TV, and so we're gonna get right into that. And the entire first episode really revolves around that heavily.
Yeah.
And it obviously puts all sorts of stress and pressures on the family, and you're going to see what that does to them individually wherever they are in the school. And Brandon and Callie get paired up, and I think for the first time in a while you get to see them working together, putting aside all of this stuff and just kind of making sure everyone's good and safe, and they're kind of a team in those moments.
Tell me about your reactions to reading the script. Obviously, without telling us about too much about what's going on in it, but it is a pretty intense episode. We know it deals with, obviously Nick and the gun. But what were your sort of emotional reactions when you read it? I think it's a different episode for you guys.
It was very different. I think that was the intention. I think they wanted it to feel different, and we definitely wanted it to feel grounded. We didn't want it to feel like, some kind of like cop show. We wanted it to be like The Fosters does, that in a grounded way. And I haven't seen it yet, but I hope we did that. But yeah, I think I was mostly just kind of moved by Nick's story, honestly, and seeing how someone who is, he's such a complicated young man, and just the fact that someone like that who is feeling that vulnerable, who needs help and is trying to reach out, ends up having the means to pick up a gun and do that. I think that's what I was the most, it kind of it grounded that whole idea for me, and it's a little scary, yeah. It's a little chilling, yeah.
Does it put a stop then to the Brandon and Callie situation because there's this to deal with?
Yeah, that just is completely peripheral at that point. I think for the moms as well, that you're gonna see them really just, everything else sort of becomes insignificant when the safety of the people you love is compromised, and yeah.
Do we have to deal with it at least a little bit in the season premiere?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the secret came out, and that was a pretty big deal.
Oh,
so.
No, it's still absolutely something that they're going to have to deal with, and you'll see it more being dealt with in future episodes after that, and for a while. But yeah, no, Callie and Brandon end up kind of going through the day together. They end up in a lockdown together, and they have to really talk it out. And at this point, Brandon's quite resentful of Callie for having come clean, but she just feels like she had to.